On a bustling university campus, where the footsteps of students echoed across the hallways, there was a young man named Daniel. Daniel was a sophomore, full of dreams and ambitions. Ever since he walked through the university gates, he had carried a burning desire in his heart to become a talented engineer who could create technologies that change people's lives. In the beginning, Daniel was filled with motivation. He read books late into the night, carefully took notes during lectures, and dreamed vividly about a bright future ahead. His friends looked at him with admiration, as if he never seemed to get tired. But soon, like many others, the fire of motivation began to fade. Endless exams, unfinished group projects, and exhausting late nights drained his spirit. He realized that motivation wasn't always there. Some mornings, when the alarm clock rang, Daniel pulled the blanket over his head and whispered to himself, "I don't feel like studying today. I'll do it tomorrow." And that tomorrow kept repeating. One day, Daniel had to give a major presentation in class. But because he had procrastinated for days, he wasn't well prepared. Standing at the podium, he stammered, his mind blank, his voice trembling. The watchful eyes of his professor and classmates weighed heavily on him. For the first time, Daniel realized relying only on motivation was not enough. That night, Daniel wandered across the quiet campus. In the dim light, he noticed a middle-aged female janitor silently sweeping the courtyard. Drizzle fell from the sky, cold wind blew through the trees, yet she kept moving the broom steadily, neither fast nor slow, just repeating the motion like a familiar rhythm. Curious, Daniel walked closer and asked, "Ma'am, what keeps you motivated to work so consistently every day, even in the rain and cold?" The janitor paused, smiled kindly, and replied, "Son, everyone has their own motivation. Some work for their families, others for themselves. But motivation is only the beginning. What truly matters is discipline. If I skip even one day, if I don't follow discipline, the courtyard will be full of trash. I won't be paid in full, and I may even be reprimanded. That's why discipline is the key. It's what ensures the work gets done." Those simple words struck Daniel like a bell ringing in his mind. He suddenly realized he had been waiting too much for motivation, when in fact, what he truly lacked was discipline, the persistence to keep going every day, whether he felt like it or not. From that day forward, Daniel began to train himself with a new mindset. He created a study schedule, broke big tasks into smaller parts, and forced himself to follow through, whether he felt inspired or not. Whenever he felt tired or bored, he recalled the image of the janitor sweeping under the rain, quiet, steady, disciplined. He wrote in his journal 3 short but powerful lines. "Motivation gets me started. Discipline keeps me going. And only discipline will lead me to success." Over time, Daniel noticed the difference. He no longer crammed desperately before exams. Instead, studying became part of his daily routine. He no longer relied on sudden sparks of inspiration, but on steady, repeated actions. His friends noticed the change. They were surprised to see Daniel transforming, not because he always seemed energetic, but because he was consistent, making progress step by step. One day, during class, his professor remarked, "Daniel, you've matured. You've learned that success doesn't come from a passing breeze of motivation, but from steady, disciplined steps taken day after day." Then one morning, as Daniel stood before the university bulletin board, his eyes landed on something special. His name was on the list of scholarship recipients. At that moment, Daniel smiled. He remembered the day he stumbled during his presentation, the shame he felt, and the image of the janitor sweeping in the rain. He finally understood. It was not motivation that carried him here, but discipline. Daniel realized. Motivation is just the spark, but discipline is the flame that keeps the dream burning. My friends, remember this. At the beginning of any journey, motivation pushes you forward. But as the journey grows longer, discipline becomes the feet that carry you far. Don't wait for motivation before you act. Take action first, and motivation will follow. Like a seed, which only sprouts with one rainfall, but needs daily sunlight to grow into a tree. Success is the same. It needs motivation to begin, but only discipline can make it endure through the storms of life. If this story inspires you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to spread positivity to more people. Every small action from you is the motivation for us to keep sharing meaningful stories. Etch this into your heart. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going.